Wyatt Earp. The name conjures images of the Wild West, a time when lawmen and outlaws walked the same dusty streets, and the line between right and wrong was often blurred. Earp's name is synonymous with the rugged frontier, a symbol of justice in a lawless land. He was a lawman, a gambler, a survivor of the gunfight at the OK Corral. This infamous shootout cemented his place in history, a dramatic confrontation that has been immortalized in countless books and films. His life was a story of adventure and controversy. From his early days as a buffalo hunter to his time as a saloon keeper, Earp's journey was anything but ordinary. He was a man of many talents and many contradictions. Less known is Earp's involvement in the world of boxing. While his exploits as a lawman are well documented, his foray into the boxing ring is a lesser-known chapter of his life. This part of his life, too, was marked by controversy. Earp's role in the sport was not just as a participant, but also as an official, a position that would lead to one of the most contentious moments in boxing history. Earp's interest in boxing stemmed from his youth. Growing up in the rough and tumble environment of the American frontier, he was drawn to the physicality and the raw competition of the sport. As a young man, he participated in bare-knuckle bouts, developing a keen eye for the sport. These early experiences honed his understanding of the game, making him a respected figure in the boxing community. This experience led him to referee boxing matches later in life. His reputation as a tough but fair lawman translated into the ring, where he was known for his no-nonsense approach. One particular fight, however, would forever tarnish his reputation. The events of that night would cast a long shadow over his legacy, raising questions about his integrity and judgment. In 1896, San Francisco was the stage for a heavyweight boxing match between Bob Fitzsimmons and Tom Sharkey. The city was abuzz with excitement, as this was one of the most anticipated fights of the era. This fight, with Earp as the referee, would become a scandal that followed Earp to his grave. The controversy stemmed from Earp's decision during the match, a call that many believed was influenced by outside factors. It remains a controversial chapter in boxing history. The decision Earp made that night has been scrutinized and debated for over a century, with opinions divided on whether he acted fairly or was swayed by corruption. The story of the Fitzsimmons-Sharkey fight is a tale of intrigue, accusations, and a controversial decision that left a lasting mark on the sport and on the legacy of Wyatt Earp. It is a reminder of how even the most respected figures can find themselves embroiled in scandal. The events of that night in 1896 continue to be debated and dissected by boxing enthusiasts and historians alike. The fight remains a pivotal moment in the annals of boxing, a testament to the sport's enduring capacity for drama and controversy. The year was 1896. San Francisco was a bustling city, teeming with life and activity. The streets were filled with horse-drawn carriages, and the air was thick with the sounds of commerce and conversation. It was a city on the rise, a place where fortunes could be made and lost in the blink of an eye. Boxing was illegal in San Francisco. Despite the ban, the sport thrived in the shadows. Underground matches were a common occurrence, drawing large crowds eager to witness the brutality and excitement of a bare-knuckle fight. These events were often held in secret locations, away from the prying eyes of the law. The sport thrived in the shadows, drawing large crowds eager to witness the brutality and excitement of a bare-knuckle fight. These clandestine gatherings were a testament to the sport's enduring popularity, even in the face of legal restrictions. The thrill of the fight, the roar of the crowd, and the raw display of strength and skill were irresistible to many. On December 2nd, 1896, a highly anticipated heavyweight bout took place. This was no ordinary fight. It was a showdown that had been months in the making, a clash of titans that promised to be one for the ages. The excitement in the air was palpable as fans from all walks of life gathered to witness history in the making. The fighters were two of the best in the world, Bob Fitzsimmons and Tom Sharkey. Both men were legends in their own right, each with a unique style and a reputation for being fierce competitors. The anticipation for this match was unlike anything the city had ever seen. Bob Fitzsimmons, known as Ruby Robert and the Fighting Blacksmith, was a formidable boxer. Born in England, Fitzsimmons had made a name for himself with his incredible strength and unorthodox fighting style. He was a man who had risen from humble beginnings to become one of the most feared fighters in the world. He held the middleweight championship title and was known for his powerful punching ability. Fitzsimmons' punches were legendary, capable of felling even the toughest opponents with a single blow. His training regimen was rigorous, and his dedication to the sport was unparalleled. His opponent, Tom Sharkey, was a tough Irish-American sailor known as Sailor Tom. Sharkey was a brawler, a man who had earned his stripes in the rough-and-tumble world of naval boxing. His fighting style was aggressive and relentless, a perfect counterpoint to Fitzsimmons' calculated precision. Sharkey was a rising star in the boxing world, known for his tenacity and brawling style. He was a fighter who never backed down, a man who thrived on the chaos of the ring. His matches were always a spectacle, filled with drama and intensity. The fight generated significant buzz, attracting a large crowd willing to pay the $10 ticket price. In an era when $10 was a considerable sum, the willingness of so many to part with their hard-earned money was a testament to the fight's allure. People came from far and wide, eager to witness the clash of these two titans. The venue was packed with fans, eager to see these two boxing titans clash. The atmosphere was electric, charged with the energy of hundreds of spectators. Every seat was filled, and the air was thick with anticipation. It was a night that promised to be unforgettable. Among the spectators was writer Jack London, there to cover the fight for a local newspaper. London, who would later become one of America's most famous authors, was captivated by the raw energy and drama of the event. His presence added an extra layer of intrigue to an already fascinating night. The atmosphere was electric with anticipation as the crowd awaited the start of the match. Conversations buzzed with speculation about who would emerge victorious. Bets were placed, and the tension in the air was almost tangible. It was a moment that seemed to stretch on forever, the calm before the storm. The stage was set for an epic battle between two of boxing's most prominent figures. The ring, illuminated by flickering gaslights, stood as a stark contrast to the darkened room filled with eager spectators. It was a scene straight out of a storybook, a moment frozen in time. The outcome of the fight, however, would hinge on the decisions of one man, the referee, Wyatt Earp. Earp, a legendary figure in his own right, was known for his role in the infamous gunfight at the OK Corral. His presence added an element of unpredictability to the match, as everyone wondered how his decisions would shape the course of this historic bout. Even before the first punch was thrown, controversy swirled around the fight. Rumors of a fixed outcome circulated widely. Some whispered that Wyatt Earp, the referee, had been paid to ensure a Sharkey victory. Earp's reputation, built on his frontier exploits, did little to quell these suspicions. Fitzsimmons' camp was particularly wary of Earp's involvement. They had been warned of a potential fix and demanded his removal as referee. Sharkey's manager, however, insisted that Earp remain. This only fueled the suspicions surrounding the fight. Adding to the intrigue, Earp himself seemed to acknowledge the danger of the situation. Before the fight, he took the unusual step of surrendering his revolver to a friend for safekeeping. This act, while seemingly intended to demonstrate impartiality, only served to heighten the tension. The rumors and suspicions cast a long shadow over the fight. The crowd, aware of the swirling allegations, watched every move closely. The stage was set for a dramatic showdown, both inside and outside the ring. Section 4. The Fight and the Disputed Blow. The fight itself was a brutal affair. Fitzsimmons, the more experienced boxer, used his superior reach and powerful left hook to control the early rounds. Sharkey, however, was relentless. He absorbed Fitzsimmons' punches and kept coming forward, looking for an opportunity to land a knockout blow. The fight raged on, each round a display of raw power and determination. The crowd roared with every punch, every clinch, every near knockdown. The tension in the room was palpable. Then, in the 8th round, the course of the fight and Wyatt Earp's legacy would change forever. Fitzsimmons, continuing his assault, trapped Sharkey against the ropes. He unleashed a flurry of punches, one of which, a left hook, landed squarely on Sharkey's lower abdomen. Sharkey crumpled to the canvas, clutching his groin in obvious pain. The crowd gasped. Had Fitzsimmons landed a low blow? Earp, positioned close to the fighters, immediately intervened. His decision, delivered in the blink of an eye, would ignite a firestorm of controversy. Section 5. Outrage in the ring and beyond. This chapter delves into one of the most controversial moments in boxing history, a moment that would forever alter the perception of the sport and its integrity. Earp, without hesitation, declared Sharkey the winner by disqualification. This decision was met with immediate shock and disbelief from those in attendance. He ruled that Fitzsimmons had landed a low blow, a foul that resulted in Sharkey's inability to continue. The ruling was controversial, as many believed the blow was fair and within the rules. The crowd erupted in a cacophony of boos and catcalls. The atmosphere in the arena turned hostile as fans voiced their displeasure. Many spectators, convinced that Fitzsimmons had won fair and square, felt cheated by the decision. The sense of injustice was palpable, and the crowd's anger was directed squarely at Earp. Newspaper reporters present at the fight immediately cried, "Foul play." They quickly penned articles that would fan the flames of controversy. The San Francisco Call, in a scathing editorial, accused Earp of being either a colossal blunderer or a shameless robber. The editorial did not mince words, reflecting the outrage felt by many. The Examiner, another local paper, denounced the decision as the worst outrage ever perpetrated in the annals of the prize ring. The press coverage was relentless and unforgiving. The controversy extended far beyond San Francisco. News of the fight and the questionable decision spread rapidly across the country. News of the fight and Earp's questionable decision spread like wildfire. It became a national topic of discussion, with opinions divided on the fairness of the ruling. Boxing fans across the country debated the outcome, with many believing that Fitzsimmons had been robbed of a rightful victory. The debate raged on in bars, homes, and boxing gyms. The fight and its aftermath cast a long shadow over the sport of boxing. It raised serious questions about the integrity of the sport and the officials who governed it. It highlighted the corruption and lack of regulation that plagued the sport at the time. The incident became a catalyst for calls to reform boxing and ensure fair play. And for Wyatt Earp, the controversy would become an indelible stain on his legacy. Despite his storied past as a lawman, this incident would forever be a blemish on his reputation. The fight between Sharkey and Fitzsimmons remains one of the most talked about events in boxing history. It serves as a reminder of the importance of fairness and integrity in sports. The legacy of that night continues to influence the sport, reminding us that the actions of a few can impact the many. The story of Earp, Sharkey, and Fitzsimmons is a testament to the enduring power of controversy in shaping history.